What's happening, everybody? KVcore versus Lofty, formerly known as Chime. What is the best real estate CRM? I'm going to review them both. I'm working on both of them right now. Tell you what I think. So a little backstory before we dive right into this. I've been using KVcore for about 2 years. I had my own account, then I was with the Remax account, then I switched to Real Brokerage, and I switched to Lofty. So let's dive right into this and see which one's best. So basically, if you're unfamiliar with hold on, let me just get back to my screen here. If you're unfamiliar with what these are, they're real estate CRM. So all-in-one platforms that really just enable you to run your whole business from them. So let's start with the dashboard first thing. Let me get that out of there. So the first thing we're at, let me shrink mine down a little bit just so it's not so in the way. Actually, I'll go over here. All right, so the first thing you do when you log into Lofty or KVcore, this is where you get. So let me just preface this. I'm working with KVcore right now and switching to Lofty, so you'll see a lot of this stuff I don't have much in here on Lofty, but you can still get the same idea. So here's your dashboard. It tells you how many leads you got, opportunity, if you have any tasks. So you'll set up tasks for yourself to do. Here's about your listings and your emails and any property alerts that are going out. So this is where you send people, property alerts, and it'll tell you what they got going on, how many viewed, what's been saved, and you can kind of see what they're up to. So you'll see I don't really have much in there now just because I don't have it set up quite yet. And then it gives you kind of your email usage. So this month I sent 2,400 emails, and so you can see. So that's the main Lofty dashboard. What I also think is cool, it has your business goal here, so you can kind of keep track a little bit of things. Let's click over to KVcore. So here's the KVcore platform. Very similar, but this main page is pretty good. So this is where you see like Lofty, I don't have any of this stuff, but you can see how it is in KVcore when you log on. It tells you, calls, tasks, if you set tasks. So really kind of similar. And it shows you what people are looking at. This person viewed a listing. This guy did viewed a listing presentation. Here was a new text. This guy told me to leave him alone, So both good, tells you what's going on. So that's good. Next thing, let's stick with KVcore real quick, and let's go to the contacts. So this is your main CRM, aka your contacts. So you can see here, it just has all your names, and this will rate them as far as, what they think, if it's a good seller, whatever. Let me scroll down to somebody who's in something. So you'll see where this says giveaway. I'm running a giveaway campaign where I'm getting people to sign in. And let me show you what that looks like because I have them on a smart campaign and there's a lot of things going here. So let's just click on one. And so this will show you exactly what happened. So I sent her this email on March 28th. She did not open it. Also, over here, let me move myself over here, you can see any active campaigns. So here, these are your smart campaigns. You can add them to them. And then it just, it tells you all their information and stuff. Here's a text sheet that I sent her. So she went through a whole giveaway campaign. She got all these texts and emails and stuff. And you can also do some additional stuff like, you can call them, send an email, add a task, send them a core video, which is like a bomb video. You get only a limited number of these in KVcore, a bomb video. You have to buy it through them, so separate. Like I have a bomb account, I can't use it here. I basically have to buy it separate through them. If you want to bulk send bomb videos, but if you want to just send one, you can. You can send a voicemail drop. They give you just a couple of these too, and then you got to pay for it. So there's a lot of extra fees when it comes to KVcore. And then there's some additional actions you can take. So you could transfer the lead, unsubscribe them, find them on social media here, get all these things out of here. So pretty good. Let me shrink myself down a bit more. Here we go. Now let's go to Lofty. So Lofty, you can see KVcore. It's just set up just slightly different, but the same idea. You got your stuff on the side. Here's up top. Let's go to people in Lofty. So to me, this is just a little bit cleaner. I don't know, it's just personal preference. But the one thing I really like about the Lofty as opposed to KVcore is this right here. So you can put them all in groups, here's my giveaway that I mentioned. And you just click it, Versus in KVcore, you'd have to search like the tag giveaway. So it's the same thing. It's just, to me, or you can filter, or you can do filters. Either one. But to me, I just like that this is right here and it's super clean. And then, it gives you more stuff here, agent opportunities. So this is just like leads, things like that. And lead types, tags. So if you want to select a tag, So essentially they do the same thing. Let me click on one of these. So this is another person that is in the giveaway. So she opened the email. You can see the smart plan. She's not a giver response. It tells you how far along it is. I like that. KVcore doesn't do something like that. You just see, up here it says what's going on. But I like how it's here, and you can pause it. You can, you can even adjust it a little bit. Here you can add documents if you're doing a deal with them, and it just shows you all their activities. And here's where you can add tags. So, and up here, this is like how I click that thing there where you can find them on Facebook, stuff like that. Same kind of thing. So I don't have an address for this person. That's why I can't send mailers. But you can send mailers right through here, which I do on KVcore, but I have to use Zapier, if you're familiar. It's basically just a program that connects other programs. I'll get more into that when we get into Smart Plan, so don't worry about it. Home reports, market reports. You can add tasks, add a Smart Plan, add an appointment, send a Closely link, create a CMA. There's find on social media. So they do a lot of the same things. To me, the Lofty CRM is just a little bit cleaner. So I kind of like that, just slightly better. And again, it's just personal preference. So let's go back into people. And next, let's go into, let me get out of here. So this is like my listings. And it'll show you just your listings, stuff what's going on. So it's good. You have everything right there. You can, it has they both have design centers. So, see, it'll make you postcards and stuff. And this is actually a lot through Remax, this design center. So it could be slightly different. But, here's the listing, and you could add some additional things. Here's a link if you want to share a link that goes to your website. So pretty good. The listings are good. Over here, so we're back to Lofty now. Back on Lofty, let's go to listings, how that look. Now remember, I'm switching over, so I don't have my listings in here yet. So as soon as, I'm in the process of switching brokerages, which I have both of these right now, it'll all be here the same. So I got my MLS connection is currently pending approval, so it's not here yet, but you'll see all the listings there. Okay, so marketing. If you go into marketing, KVcore has a lot, so you can, here's some behavioral automation where they're going to, send contacts texts and things based on specific behaviors. Lofty has a similar thing, which is an AI assist, which I'll get into in a minute. If you want to send a mass email to everyone, you can do it here. Market reports. Core Present. Okay, so Core Present is like for, CMAs and things like that. It's really good. Now, let me go into Smart Campaigns because I feel like it's right here. You can also get to it through here. Smart Campaigns. This is like what's really special about both of these programs. So I got mine. You can see I got my team on here too. So when I scroll down, they give you a bunch. These are just ones they add in for you, but you can also build your own. So I'm going to roll down because I mentioned this giveaway I'm doing. So I'm just going to keep rolling with that so you can see the response they're getting. So here it is. So how I have this set up, and I can get into this in a separate video if you want. Let me know in the comments, or go to tomgaruccio.com and you can sign up for my coaching that I do. Essentially what this is I have a Facebook ad that I'm running for a giveaway that I used Zapier to connect Facebook ads to KVcore and Lofty. You can do it on both. And what Zapier does is it basically just sends the contact into KVcore or Lofty, and I have it to tag them, and it starts them on the campaign. So I don't do anything for these people. This is all automated. First thing they do, they get a text message. It just says that they're in. Let me click edit so you can see. It say, hey Tom, glad to have you in your giveaway. I'm giving away amazing prizes all year. Now you're eligible to win. Follow me on social media. You'll get an email as well. Check it out if you don't see it, it's in your spam folder. So basically just giving them a heads up, and then they're going to get this email that's just about me. Got a picture of my family there to make me look like a person. Text me, and then here's just the giveaway stuff. And basically saying, make sure you open your emails. I'm not going to get too much into that whole thing because that's a whole different topic, but open your emails for me. And then text 2 basically is me asking for referrals. Here's where I love Zapier again. So in KVcore, to do a voicemail drop, you have to use Zapier. So basically what it does is, again, I don't want to complicate this too much, but you put this code into Zapier, connect it to Slide Broadcast, run a voicemail drop. So they're actually getting an automated voicemail drop from me saying, hey, my name's Tom Garuccio. I'm a realtor here in the area. I'm doing this giveaway because, just wanted to give you a call, introduce myself, let you know I am a real person doing a real giveaway because, there's a lot of scammers. This is really good because they feel like you actually connected with them, and then they're going to get an email, sometime later. So you can see how that works. Really good, really powerful, especially when you start adding voicemail drops and video messages. Let me go into here, marketing, and hold on, let me just find it. Smart plans. So it's automation, smart plans. Same thing. So let's go to the giveaway response. And then I'm going to show you another one I'm doing with for sale by owners, so you can check that out. So these are easy. You just make them settings, you name it, targeted lead. Just a little tip, make sure you select the correct one, because let's say you hit for a buyer and then you mark the lead as a seller. This plan won't work. So this one, I just put them all because it's a giveaway. They're not a specific person. Trigger, when I add them, you go right here, you just do tag changed, add giveaway, boom, action. So this is the same thing. So they get my email, just introduces me. It's just about me. Here's the prizes, here's the rules. Next, they're going to get the same text. Next, they're getting that voicemail drop. Next, 7 days later, they're getting that. And these are, you can see, I have these, that's 3 days. 7 days, they're getting this text. 14 days, they're getting another email, just a general one. So you can see how that's pretty powerful. And this, again, I have this Facebook ad, connects to Zapier, which connects it to Lofty, which imports the lead and tags them as a giveaway, which starts this campaign completely automated. They're getting text, emails, voicemail. This is what you can do in these programs. It's insane, kind of. Let me show you a quick one, again, not to get crazy with all this stuff, but just so you can also see what's possible. And I'm doing this both in both of these programs, so this is possible with both. This is my for sale by owner lead gen action here. So their trigger, when I tag them, FSBO lead gen. They go to this action. First thing they're going to do, remember, in KVcore, you cannot bulk import and subscribe them to texts. So you have to do this one at a time. In Lofty, you can. So essentially, I can take a CSV out of RedX Landvoice, wherever you're using, upload it into here, put them as buyer lead gen, start this. It's insane. Now, Lofty Slide Broadcast, where I do voicemail drops, is connected to it. So I don't have to pay extra. It does it right there. I have a Slide Broadcast account. I put my caller ID, which is my Lofty number. And then they get my for sale by owner voicemail. Right when that occurs, I use Zapier to connect thanks.io. And again, I'll do a whole class on a whole training on how to use Zapier to connect things. So don't worry too much about this because I'm just showing you Lofty versus KVcore right now. But I'll go to tomgaruccio.com, fill out the link there, and we'll do that too. So anyways, Zapier, they get a handwritten letter from thanks.io. So this is a letter for me. They'll get it in a couple days. 1 hour after I put them in there, they get a text. Hey, just left you a voicemail. Wanted to follow up with you. And then I kind of go through my spiel there. The next day, they're going to get a postcard. 3 days later, I'm sending out another handwritten letter. So these are in the mail, so they take a couple days. So, they might get this 3 days after they got my voicemail. And this one might be 4 days. And then 4 days later, they're getting another postcard. 6 days later, they're getting another voicemail drop. 8 days later, they're getting a text. And 12 days later, they're getting another text. So you can see how I'm just really hitting them hard. And you could spread this out if you feel like it's overwhelming. I do a couple things with FSBO, and I can get into that in another video, but I do call and I meet with them in person. This particular is for like listings that are far away that I can't get to reasonably, or somewhere it's maybe the competition's a little bit less where, this will work rather than meeting in person. Anyways, so smart plans. Really comparable between both platforms. I'd say they're pretty much equal. So here's lead gen tools. So you could build a landing page, for example. I got a beef with KVcore's landing page, and I've went round and round with them. You notice what's missing? There's no name. You cannot collect their name, and there's nowhere to do it no matter what you do. So you create a landing page, you can get their email and phone, but you cannot get their name. I don't get it. So that's a really big negative for me when it comes to their landing pages. They also have a squeeze page, which if you're familiar with that, basically it's just you can do your own listing and you collect their information. Call and text transfer, you can boost the property, get more leads. So these are their paid services. You can pay them to run ads for you, things like that. That's KVcore's version. Lofty, really the same thing. Let me go to marketing here. Landing pages. Lofty has more landing pages, and you actually can get names and things like that. You have a little more control on how they look. They also have a social studio. They have a CMA platform. You can create CMAs. You can print right from them. They have a design center, same as KVcore does. So those are very similar. Open house forms, text codes. Here in their marketplace is where you can buy additional lead gen things. So Google Ads, things like that. So those are really the same thing. So let me go to one thing that Lofty has that KVcore doesn't really, and it's reporting. So if you go to email accountability, you can see like all your numbers and stuff. And I just sent one email out here just so I had something in here, right? KVcore doesn't have anything like that. Unfortunately, you have to go to My Contacts and you'd have to select them each one at a time. So and you have to click on it and see if they opened it or not. So it's a little bit not as easy to see, your reporting. And you have agent accountability. If you run a team, it'll tell you contact rate. Like I told you, we're in the middle of getting in here, so my team hasn't been in yet. But all their contact rate and everything would be there. Source, site traffic, activities, performance by agent, summary. So yeah, you can see like we can set goals, things like that. So I really like this reporting page. It's really good. Let's get into one of the main things here. I'm going to do this one quick too. It's websites. So these all-in-one platforms obviously have websites. Let me find it. Website Manager. KVcore Website Manager is very, very confusing. This is coming from someone who's custom built websites on WordPress. Like I'm a tech person. I love it. And this one is just really, really confusing. So you go to site content here and it's, you got your blog and stuff. When you go into the settings, you get a couple platforms. Now I'm under a Remax account, so some of these are a little bit different. But you can change a picture and stuff, but you can't really do that much. And like they have these just like on-off things. I think if you're really good at coding, if you know how to code, you might be able to do some stuff with some of these. I had to do some custom coding to get rid of some things. But it's just really like, even when I'm looking in here, hold on. I've been using this program for 2 years and the website really, I struggle with it. Okay, so let's edit here. Yeah, same spot. So you can kind of edit it. They can build one for you for a pretty substantial fee. You can build your own on WordPress and use a token to connect it to this. I tried that too, and it just crashed my WordPress site every time. So that never worked either for me. So it's very, very limiting on the website. And again, part of this is because I'm with the Remax. Here I'm looking for site editor. So up here, it gives you just a little bit, like I can't change these pictures, and that might be a Remax thing, but I can't really change any of this, and it's kind of just like the way it is. But it's not bad. I mean, it's not like a terrible website or something. Search, sell, you can, my agent profile, I did an about me page. So like the website itself isn't like terrible, but if you're someone who wants to customize your website, it's difficult. It's very difficult. So let me go to Lofty website. Lofty's website, really good. Really, I was really surprised, and it's really kind of like a Wix. It's like a drag and drop. Let me show you how easy this is. So you click on it, and you just, if you want to do something, you just add block, and you can add it. Contact, content, galleries, anything you want. And then let me show you what this one looks like live. So to me, this is more custom than I was able to build. I got my, search here. What's your home worth here? Got a mortgage calculator. Here's my blog. Contact me. Listings, sold listings, sell, home valuation, things like that. Here's just my team. A little team page here. Got my agents there. You can scroll through. Reviews, I really like how it just connects. I got my reviews, and it just connects to Google and Zillow. Google and Zillow, one click. Well, I don't know. Market snapshots too is a cool feature. Again, I don't have my MLS hooked up yet, so it's not there yet, but you'll see. And then blogs. Like the blog looks really clean on this, and you can see, the categories, everything, versus this one, if you're into blogging, there isn't anything like that. You can't, it's just a home search. And so kind of like once you get past these last couple blogs that show up, they're just kind of gone. So you kind of lose them. And they're still on your site for SEO purposes and things like that. But that to me was a really, really good point of Lofty, was the website editor is really, really good. So if you want a clean website, and there's tons of different options to choose. You can choose templates that build them for you. You can build a lot yourself. Here's a business analysis and KVcore just for the team. So I guess there is a little bit of reporting here. It's just kind of hidden away. So that's kind of an overview of them. Let me tell you, last thing, I want to tell you about my experience with both these companies, because that in itself is huge. When I first signed up for KVcore 2 years ago, I was on my own account. Remax didn't offer it. And I met with them at the Remax convention, and I told them I wanted to have, be able to custom build my website, because I had built a custom one at the time. I wanted all these things, and they're like, yep, you can do it. So I asked them, can I have an account that I can log into and see it like a dummy account? Nope, we can't do it. You just sign up. So it was about $600 a month, I believe, and I split it with a lender, so it wasn't so bad. But once I signed up, the other thing I didn't realize was that you're in a contract for 13 months. So that's what they did. That's fine. I noticed it before I signed it. Probably should have told me, but they didn't. I saw it. I read through it. I'm okay with it. Once I got in, remember, I hadn't been able to see anything. I only knew what they told me, and what they told me was really inaccurate. Everything, I felt like the 2 years I was with them, every single thing they did was to get you to sign another contract to get more money. They tried to, at one point, tell me that they were going to give me free, like when Remax started offering KVcore, I was transitioning out of my own account to theirs. They said, here, sign this contract. It's $500 a month for free marketing or whatever. But they didn't tell anyone at Remax that when Remax took over, you would still be responsible for that $500 a month. So they kind of played some trickery. I had a really, really poor experience with onboarding with KVcore. Like I said, everything was about getting more money. Everything was about upselling. As soon as you get in the platform, they're upselling, upselling, upselling. I really didn't like that part of it. Now, I will say KVcore really changed my business. All the automation, everything in one place was really, really strong. So it is a really good platform, don't get me wrong. I'd say if your broker offers it, like Remax offers it, I believe EXP offers it, right? Someone in EXP comment. Do you have Lofty and KVcore? Is it one? Let me know what your brokerage is and if they offer, Lofty, formerly known as Chime, or KVcore. Definitely use it. I mean, if you're not paying for it, 1,000% use it. If you're not using it and you have this tool, you're crazy. Let me get over to Lofty. Lofty, the onboarding was awesome. They gave me a 60-day free trial. I got in there, my whole account. I built out my website, everything. I didn't pay them $1. I put my whole team in there. They built out their websites, not $1. So I'm with Real Brokerage now. It's $40 a month at this exact moment for Lofty. Incredible, incredible deal. Comparing the two, I feel like Lofty's a lot cleaner. It's easier to manage. I will say, take that with a grain of salt because I had been using KVcore for 2 years, so I already knew about smart plans, all these things. So Lofty being easier to manage probably had something to do with the fact that I've been using a very similar program. But it seemed like things are labeled a little more clear. It just seems like a cleaner program. I also feel like Lofty isn't always hitting me up to buy more things. Like, for example, the voicemail drops, it's included. I connected my BombBomb account versus, to send videos, but video messages, but with KVcore, it's all extra. So KVcore, I think, is it's going to be more money. I really don't feel like it offers anything that Lofty doesn't. In fact, Lofty offers a couple little things that KVcore doesn't. Overall, the program's very similar. Last thing I want to talk about is customer service. So I kind of mentioned my onboarding experiences. Both Lofty and KVcore can be very slow to respond. Except at first I was like, this is ridiculous. Why does it take that? Why am I not getting quick responses? Think about how in-depth these programs are, how many moving parts there are. And now think about the average realtor who doesn't think these things through or understand this. They are getting absolutely bombarded with questions that people could easily figure out on their own if they just took a minute. All day, every day. So I'm going to give them a little bit of pass. Both of them are a little bit slow. The difference I saw, KVcore does not really care about helping you. They don't. They'll give it a little bit of an effort and then you'll just never hear from them again. Lofty, they follow up. It might take a little while. It might be hard to get a hold of someone, but if you hang in there, they follow up. They get things done for you. I've had a couple little problems with Lofty. They fixed them all. I've had a couple problems with KVcore. 2 years later, not a single one of them's fixed. So customer service-wise, Lofty wins. Platform, Lofty wins. Pricing, Lofty wins. To me, it's a no-brainer. Lofty is the superior program, is what I believe. And that's my opinion. But don't get me wrong, KVcore is a good, strong program. If you're debating which one to buy, my opinion, I'd buy Lofty. It's cheaper. It's just a little cleaner. I'd like to know your opinion on both if people are doing certain things on one and not the other. But you really can't go wrong with either one of these, especially if you're at a brokerage that offers these things. If your brokerage isn't offering something like this, reach out. We can talk. We can go through what makes sense. But anyways, TomGurcho.com. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think, what you thought of this video. Hopefully it was helpful, and I hope to see you guys out there.